Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Kim Vidvasam Basmad Nishtanam Nishtanatam. Kimi Vidvasma Nishtantam. Vedam Titam Kalevaram Vatadiyarati Varya Vatadiyarati Varya Ayam Ama Abhashad Chandi Vayam Aman Sabachadiya. Word for word. Creamy insects, germs, bit, stool, basma, ashes, nishta, attachment, antam, at the end, va, what is, idam, this body, ticham, very insignificant, Kalevaram, material tabernacle. Va, what is that? The DRT, attraction for that body. Bharya, wife. Anyam, what is the value of this? Atma, Supreme Soul. Nabachadi, all pervading like the sky. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Through proper deliberation, one should give up attraction to his wife's body, because that body will ultimately be transformed into small insects, stool, or ashes. What is the value of this insignificant body? How much greater is the Supreme Being who is all-pervading like the sky? Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Here also the same point is stressed. Same point means the previous verse. For one seriously considering one's wife to be his own, that he sometimes kills himself for her or kills others, including even his parents or his spiritual master or teacher. Therefore, if one can give up his attachment to such a wife, he conquers the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is never conquered by anyone. Through proper deliberation, purport. Here also the same point is stressed. One should give up attachment for his wife. In other words, sex life. If one's intelligent, he should think of his wife's body as nothing but a lump of matter that will ultimately transform into small insects, stool, or ashes. In different societies, there are different ways of dealing with the human body at the time of the funeral ceremony. In some society, the body is given to the vultures to be eaten. Therefore, the body ultimately turns to vulture stool. Sometimes the body is merely abandoned. In that case, the body is consumed by small insects. In some society, the body is immediately burned after death, and thus it becomes ashes. In any case, if one intelligently considers the constitution of the body and soul beyond it, what is the value of the body? Advatam ime deha nityasya yokta sarir ninaha. The body may perish at any moment, but the soul is eternal. If one gives up attachment for the body, increases attachment for the spirit soul, his life is successful. It's merely a matter of deliberation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Argyanturandasya Jana Janastakaya Chakshurimitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dandasva Padantikam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Translation once again. Through proper deliberation, one should give up attraction to his wife's body, because that body will ultimately be transformed into small insect, stool, or ashes. What is the value of this insignificant body? How much greater is the Supreme Being, who is all-pervading like the sky? So this chapter is called Ideal Family Life. Unfortunately, I cannot speak from experience because I never got entangled in family life. I never had a beautiful wife. Lord Chaitanya said, Natarana Sundarim, Kavita Jagadishwari, Mama Jamani Jamanishwari, Bhagavad-Gita ISKCON. I don't want wealth, I don't want a beautiful wife, I don't want any number of followers. All I want is your causes of devotional service, birth after birth. This is the stage of Narata Nivritti. Everybody in the material world wants a beautiful girlfriend and wants a beautiful wife. Nobody wants an ugly girlfriend or an ugly wife. But by the arrangement of Cupid, he throws his arrows. One time, he came there, he threw his arrows at Markandeya Rishi, and he brought all these beautiful ladies to try to lure him, but they were unsuccessful. But that's the arrangement of Maya, the material energy, and even if a lady's not beautiful in other people's eyes, a lady becomes beautiful in one man's eyes, and a man becomes handsome, even though he may not be handsome, in a woman's eyes. So in this way, they unite in marriage. One time a man was very eager to enjoy sex life with a beautiful woman. So she wouldn't agree But finally she said, okay, I'll enjoy with you, but you come back in 1 week. So for 1 week, she took all these things, took different kinds of medicines, and was to she took all of these medicines. She was throwing up and passing all the time. And whatever came out of her body, she put in a pot and saved it. And then her body became emaciated and black, very ugly. So the man came back in 1 week and said, where's that beautiful girl I wanted to enjoy with? He said, I'm the same girl. He said, no, how's that possible? Well, I'm the same girl, but I've been taking what's it called, prerogatives and purgatives and enemas. So I've saved my beauty. She took him to where his pot was and opened the pot. Of course, it was a very obnoxious, a horrible smell. So this is what a man is attracted to. So this verse gives the logic for why one should give up attachment to one's wife and family. Even most people think that if someone becomes a devotee, his mother is not very happy if someone becomes a brahmachari, because he thinks his son should get married and support the family. But in either case, Prahlad Maharaj, there's Lord Rishabhdev. He says in Srimad Bhagavatam, Pumsa striya atuni bhavam etam tayor mito udaya grantim ahu ato griha satra supta vitir janasya moha ayam aham mameti. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body. One becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and sex. In this way, one increases life's illusion and thinks in terms of I and mine. That Lord Rishabhdev, speaking to one of his sons, Lord Rishabhdev had 100 qualified sons, and 81 of them became Brahmins, 9 of them became Paramahantas, the 9 Yugendras, and the rest, 11 of them became Kshatriyas. But they were all qualified and learned person, but still Lord Rishabhdev thought it was necessary to instruct them about the frivolities of material life. He told them that one should not live like the hogs and dogs that eat stool, but one should utilize one's life for engaging in devotional service. In Prahlad Maharaj said to Lord Nrsingadev, Yan Maituni Nadi Priyamedi Shukam Hitusham. Sex life is compared to rubbing of two hands to relieve an itch. Priyamedi, so-called grihastas, who have no spiritual knowledge, think that this itching is the greatest platform of happiness, although actually it's the source of distress. The Kripanas, the fools, are just the opposite of Brahmanas, are not satisfied by repeated sense enjoyment. Those who are adhira, however, who are sober, who can tolerate this itching, are not subjected to the suffering of fools and rascals. And Upanishadamrita says, Vancha Vegam Manasa Krodha Vegam. Krodha Vegam Jiva Vegam Udara Pasta Vegam. Itam Vegam Yo Visheta Jira Sarvam Apimam Pitivim Sashisha. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak. The mind's demands, the urges, the actions of anger, the urges of tongue, belly, and genitals, is qualified to make disciples all over the world. So these are some of the evidence of why one should not be attached to his wife, his family life. And especially a beautiful wife. If one has a beautiful wife, Tanakapani says she's an enemy. Because if you have a beautiful wife, then naturally everybody's going to be envious of you and thinking why that lady can't be my wife. And also, it's a good chance that someone will steal her away. Nowadays, divorce, separation is a very common thing. Someone may marry a beautiful wife, but then she decides she don't like her husband anymore, so she goes to another man. For these some reasons why we shouldn't be attached to a wife, especially a beautiful wife. So one gets married to a beautiful wife simply for sex life, so they can enjoy his tongue, belly, and genitals. But that enjoyment is only flickering. Doesn't last, not lasting. And one is never satisfied. Even if someone has a beautiful wife, it's seen that they still go to a prostitute or go outside and have sex again. So the Lord Chaitanya came to teach Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam. He came to teach detachment, Vairagya, and knowledge which leads to pure devotional service. And Lord Chaitanya himself was married, had a beautiful wife, but because of his ecstatic symptoms and Krishna consciousness, he felt that was interfering with his household life. So he took sannyas at the age of 24. Of course, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya chastised Lord Chaitanya for taking sannyas at such an early age. He said you had a beautiful wife and a nice faithful mother. You should not have taken sannyas so early. He said sannyas is meant for people and 3/4 of life is finished. The Lord Chaitanya was said that because of his ecstatic love for Krishna, he could no longer stay in family life. And then he showed the six-arm form to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and said, well, what do you think now, Bhattacharya? Am I ready to take sannyas? Anyway, we're living in a world where the attraction to women is something that is very prominent in society. They think that if they put a beautiful picture of a woman on the product, whatever it may be, that they'll be able to sell more of their products. They even put pictures of women on bags of cement and on the car batteries. Everywhere you look, newspaper, billboards, everywhere there's pictures of beautiful women to lure people to, in some way, and to keep the common people in a state of agitation, thinking that sex life is the all in all, and that you have to have sex life. When we come to Krishna consciousness, we make a vow: no gambling, no meeting, no intoxication, and no sex life. People can't understand it. The parents say, why can't you come home and be normal? In other words, why can't you come home and be a drug addict, and be a womanizer, and enjoy in a normal way? People can't understand how anyone can give up sex life. Of course, in the Catholic Church, the nuns and the priests are supposed to practice celibacy, but they have difficulty in following their vows. So why should one give up attachment for the wife, beautiful wife? One time, Krishna went to the heavenly planets with Satyabhama and brought back a Parivata-tree. She only wanted the flower, but Krishna said, well, I'll just give you the whole tree. So he was expecting Rukmini to become jealous or envious, but she didn't say a word. So then Krishna said to Rukmini, you made a big mistake in marrying me. You should have married Shishupal. And Rukmini, Krishna was just joking with her, but she didn't understand that. And she lost consciousness, fell down like a banana tree. But then she spoke to Krishna, and she said, you want me to marry Shishupal. You want me to marry someone with a body that has hair all over it. It has bones and flesh and stool and urine and blood and all these disgusting things. You want me to marry something like that? And says a man's body is like that and a woman's body is like that. It's only the outer covering. The beauty of a woman is only skin deep. It's only the skin that makes the woman beautiful. If a doctor, ask any doctor, they operate on a man or a woman, what's inside the body is abominable. So a man may be attracted to a woman's body, and a man may be attracted, and a woman may be attracted to a man's body, but it's abominable in all circumstances. It's only due to the illusory energy it has one thinking that my wife is beautiful and that my husband is handsome. And here it says what happens to the body at the time of death. But even before that, the man marries a beautiful woman. After some time, especially after 30 years of age, the beauty of the woman starts to decrease. He starts to be show wrinkles, and old age starts. Aging process takes place, and they have invented so many cosmetics, chemicals, and things, so women can try to keep themselves looking beautiful, even though they're not. So even before that, if a man marries a beautiful woman, she will not stay beautiful forever. And what is the value of having a beautiful woman? Nite vidu sarakatimi Vishnu, the goal of life is to attain to Vishnu, go back home, back to Godhead, not to remain in this material world. But Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita, Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam. Yam yam vapi smaram bhavam jante kalevaram tam tam evati kuntaya sadat bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, one Kunti, that state he will attain without fail. So if you're thinking of your wife, like Puranjana in the Srimad Bhagavatam 4th Canto, if you're thinking of your wife at the time of death, then you'll have to think of a woman's body. If a woman's thinking of her husband at the time of death, she'll get a man's body. Of course, this is for a woman is to get a man's body. That's benediction, because in a man's body it's easier to become Krishna conscious. But for a man to get a woman's body, that's a degrading condition. But generally women are in the mode of passion and ignorance, are considered less intelligent. Of course, when we say women are less intelligent, we're speaking about material women and not devotee women. Devotee women shouldn't be offended by when they hear that women are less intelligent, because Krishna says that Striyo Vaishya Tata Shudra, whether one is a woman or a Sudra or a low-class person, they can still attain the ultimate destination. So a woman, a materialistic woman, is less intelligent, but a Vaishnava woman, a Vaishnavi, she may be very intelligent. We have many very intelligent women on our movement. Of course, women are always to be protected, and there's no injunction for women to take sannyas. A man should go through brahmacharya, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. A woman should not take sannyas, because a woman should always be protected. When a woman is a child, she's protected by the father. Then when she gets married, she's protected by the husband. Then when the husband leaves, she's protected by the elderly son or children. So a woman has to always be given protection. Otherwise, there'll be havoc in society. So women are not equal to men, and they want to be equal to men, but that's a misconception. Women have a different body than a man. A man cannot have children. A woman can have children. Women's body and man's body are not the same. So men and women are not equal, even though women want equal rights. So, here it says that when a woman dies, the body is given to the vultures. This is the Parsis or Jains. They throw the body out in the field. It's eaten by the vultures. So the body becomes stool. Sometimes the body is just left. It's eaten by insects. And sometimes the body is burned. Generally, the custom in India, the body is burned and it turns to ashes. So what is the value of these products? Stool, insects, ashes. No value. So what is the value of a woman's body? Even a beautiful woman, when she dies, her body has no value. Because the body is Denos Ninyatadahe Kumaramyo Vanamdara Tatadayam Parabdaptu Jiras Tatra Namuyate. From boyhood, youth to old age, time of death, one transmigrates from one body to another. So everyone, whether they have a man body or woman body, is a spirit soul. It's just a illusion to think that we're this body, Hamameti. It's a Hambramasmi. I'm not this body, I'm a spirit soul. And the business of the spirit soul is to develop our love for Krishna. So, family life is there, and attachments are there. But at the age of 50, a man should give up his family life and take Vanapras. He may not, he can still stay with his wife if he wants to, if she's helpful in his Krishna consciousness. But he should no longer have sex life. And the process is become detached from family life and finally take sannyas altogether, become detached